Okay. Technically speaking, this is my second attempt at this just because there was some stuff that I said that I'm not too happy about with just like how I attenuated my voice, or rather lack of voice. But I thought it'd be fitting, and so today is still the 11th for me, December. It's like 10 p.m. roughly speaking. And there was an article posted recently about Lisa Su being nominated the CEO of the Year by Time magazine. So I was intending to read her Wikipedia article. So Lisa Su, born 1969, is an American billionaire, business executive, computer scientist, and electrical and computer engineer who is president, chief executive officer, and chair of the semiconductor company AMD Micro Wow, I can't read today. Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. Su was born in Taiwan and moved to the United States as a child after earning 3 degrees from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. She worked at Texas Instruments, IBM, and Freescale Semiconductor in engineering and management positions. She is known for her work developing silicon on insulator semiconductor manufacturing technologies and more efficient chips in general. During her time as vice president of IBM Semiconductor Research and Development Center. I'm gonna grab my chapstick before I forget, just because knowing my luck, I'm gonna definitely feel this in a little bit. Not that I'm not feeling it now. Such a stupid noise, but I always find it funny. So, Su was appointed president and CEO of AMD in October 2014, after joining the company in 2012 and holding roles such as senior vice president of AMD's global business units and chief operating officer. She previously served on the board of Cisco Systems and is currently on the board of U.S. Semiconductor Industry Association, in addition to being a fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE, recognized with a number of awards and accolades. I have no idea what that word is. ACCOLADES. She was named Executive of the Year by EE Times in 2014 and one of the best or world's greatest leaders in 2017 by Fortune. Excuse me. She became the first woman to receive the IEEE Robert Noyce Medal in 2021, not 2011, during her tenure as CEO at AMD. The market capitalization of AMD has grown roughly from $3 billion to more than $200 billion. AMD also overtook Intel in market capitalization for the first time in 2014. For 2024, Su was selected as the Fellow of Industrial Technology Research Institute, Early Life and Education. I'm not going to try to say her full name because I'm going to butcher it really bad, probably. I've already butchered a bunch of the names in here, having tried to read it from earlier, so I will end up spelling the names out if it's that bad. So, Lisa Su was born in November of 1969 in Taiwan. She was born in a Taiwanese Hokkien-speaking family. She immigrated to the United States at the age of 3 of her parents, Su Chuan Huai and Sandy Lu. Both she and her brother were encouraged to study math and science as children. When she was 7, her father, a retired statistician, began quizzing her on multiplication tables. Her mother, an accountant who later became an entrepreneur, introduced her to business concepts. Su sought to become an engineer at a young age. She recalled, "I just had great curiosity about how things worked." When she was 10, she began taking apart and then fixing her brother's remote control cars, and she owned her first computer in junior high school, an Apple II. She attended the Bronx High School of Science in New York City, graduating in 1986. Sue began attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the fall of 1986, intending to major in either electrical engineering or computer science. She settled on electrical engineering, recollecting that it seemed like the most difficult major. During her freshman year, she worked as an undergraduate research assistant, manufacturing test silicon wafers for her graduate students. Though the undergraduate research opportunities program, not though, silly words. The project, as well as her summer jobs at Analog Devices, fueled her interest in semiconductors. She remained focused on the topics for the remainder of her education, spending much of her time in labs, designing and adjusting products. After earning her bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, Sue obtained her master's degree from MIT in 1991. From 1990 to 1994, she studied for her PhD under doctoral advisors Dmitry A. Antoniadis, Antoniadis, and James E. Chung. MIT Technology Review reports that as a doctoral candidate, Sue was one of the first researchers to look into silicon on insulator technology, a then unproven technique for increasing transistors' efficiency by building them atop layers of an insulating material. She graduated with her PhD in electrical engineering from MIT in 1994. Her PhD thesis was titled Extreme Submicrometer Silicon on Insulator MOSFETs. Her career background: Sue has been on the boards of Analog Devices, Cisco Systems Incorporated, the Global Semiconductor Alliance, and the U.S. Semiconductor Industry Association. As of 2016, she has published over 40 technical articles and co-authored a book chapter discussing next-generation consumer electronics. From 1994 to 1999, her career at Texas Instruments and IBM R&D. In 1994, Sue became a member of the technical staff at Texas Instruments, working in the company's semiconductor process and device center until February 1995. That month, IBM hired Sue as a research staff member specializing in device physics, and she was appointed vice president of IBM's Semiconductor Research and Development Center. During her time at IBM, Sue played a critical role in developing the recipe to make copper connections work with semiconductor chips instead of aluminium, solving the problem of preventing copper impurities from contaminating the devices during production. Working with various IBM design teams on the details of the device, Sue explained, "My specialty was not in copper, but I migrated to where the problems were." The copper technology was launched in 1998, resulting in new industry standards, and that chips were up to 20% faster than conventional versions. 2000 to 2007, IBM Emerging Products Division. In 2000, Sue was given a year-long assignment as the technical assistant for Lou Gernster, Gerstner, IBM CEO. She subsequently took on the role of director of emerging products, stating that I was basically director of myself. There was no one else in the group. As head and founder of IBM's Emerging Products Division, Sue ran an internal startup and hired 10 employees to focus on biochips and low-power broadband semiconductors. Their first product was a microprocessor that improved battery life in phones and other handheld devices. Mid-Technology Review named her top innovator under 35 in 2001, in part due to her work with emerging products. Zhu represented IBM in a collaboration to create next-generation chips with Sony and Toshiba. Ken Kutaragi, Kutaragi, charged the collaboration with improving the performance of game machine processors by a factor of 1,000. Zhu's team eventually came up with the idea of a 9-processor chip, which later became the cell microprocessor, used to power the devices such as the Sony PlayStation 3. She continued as vice president of the Semiconductor Research and Development Center at IBM, holding the role until May 2007. I'm going to pause for a moment just so I can grab something to drink really quick. And not that I think people are really wondering, it's just iced tea. Sweetened iced tea. It's not the American type. Her career from 2007 to 2011, Freescale Semiconductor. Zhu joined Freescale Semiconductor in June 2007 as Chief Technology Officer, heading the company's research and development until August 2009. From September 2008 until December 2011, she was Senior Vice President and General Manager of Freescale's Networking and Multimedia Group, and was responsible for global strategy, marketing, and engineering for the company's embedded communications and applications processor business. As head of the company's networking chip business, EE Times credited her with helping Freescale get its house in order, with the company filing for an IPO in 2011. I don't know what an IPO is. I should probably read that after I read this. 2012 to 2014, AMD appoints Zhu. Zhu became Senior Vice President and General Manager at AMD in 2012, overseeing the company's global business units and end-to-end business execution of AMD's products. Over the next 2 years, she played a prominent role in pushing the company to diversify beyond the PC market, including working with Microsoft and Sony to place AMD chips in the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 game consoles. On the 8th of October 2014, AMD announced Zhu's appointment to President and CEO, replacing Roy Reed. Zhu stated that her plan for the company involved focusing on marketing the right technology investments, streamlining a product line, and continuing to diversify, also asserting that she wanted to simplify the company and accelerate the development of new technology. A number of analysts praised the appointment due to Zhu's credentials, noting AMD was seeking growth in product areas where Zhu had extensive experience. 2015 to 2016, AMD diversification. When Zhu joined AMD in 2012, about 10% of sales came from non-PC products. By February 2015, roughly 40% of AMD's sales came from non-PC markets, such as video game consoles and embedded devices. In May 2015, Zhu and other AMD executives presented a long-term strategy for the company to focus on developing high-performance computing and graphic technologies for 3 growth areas. Gaming, data center, and immersive platform markets. In January 2016, Zhu announced that AMD was working on new FinFET-based chips to create a new line of microprocessors, products, accelerated processing units, graphics chips, and semi-custom chips for unreleased video game consoles. AMD's shares nearly tripled. Whoa, I read that wrong. AMD's share value spiked in July 2016 when AMD reported strong revenue growth Fortune attributed the impressive statistic to Sue, stating that she continues to execute on her comeback plan. Key gains in graphics and video game console chips have boosted results, as well as savvy deal to licensed server chip designs in China. 2017 to present, Ryzen. After the initial launch of Zen chips in quarter 2 2017, AMD's percentage of the CPU market share has surged nearly 11%. Ryzen CPUs have received favorable reviews from a variety of news outlets, specifically highlighting their high thread counts at prices drastically lower than those of Intel, especially in high-performance computing market with the AMD Ryzen Threadripper line of workstation processors. Sue is the first woman to ever top the Associated Press's annual survey of CEO compensation, with her 2019 pay package being valued at $58.5 million. In February 2022, Sue became chair of AMD after completing a reported $49 billion acquisition of FPGA and programmable systems on chip marker Linux, XILINX. In 2023, Sue's total compensation for AMD was $30.3 million, representing a CEO to median worker pay ratio of 238 to 1. Awards and honors. Sue has been recognized with a number of awards throughout her career. In 2002, she was selected as one of the top 100 innovators by Mid Technology Review, and the following year, the YWCA gave her an award for outstanding achievement in business. In 2009, Sue was named a Fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, having published more than 40 technical articles. Sue was named 2014 Executive of the Year at EE Times and EDN 2014 ACE Awards. In 2015, SFGate nominated her for the inaugural Visionary of the Year Award, which salutes leaders who strive to make the world a better place and drive social and economic changes by employing new innovative business models and practices. In 2016, she was named one of the 50 most powerful women in technology by the National Diversity Council and Outstanding 50 Asian Americans in Business, with the Pinnacle Award by the Asia American Business Development Center. In 2017, Sue was named People to Watch by HPC Wire, top-ranked semiconductor CEO by Institutional Investor Magazine, and World's Greatest Leaders by Fortune. Sue was again named one of the 50 most powerful women in technology by National Diversity Council. In 2018, she received the Upward Woman of the Year Award, Lifetime Achievement Award for the Greatest Austin Asian Chamber, elected to the National Academy of Engineering, Fortune's number 6 Business Person of the Year, Global Semiconductor Alliance Dr. Morris Chang Exemplary Leadership Award, and Forbes America Top 50 Women in Tech. She was also appointed as Board of Directors Chair of the Global Semiconductor Alliance. In 2019, she was named one of the world's best CEOs of 2019 by Barron's, Fortune's number 44 Most Powerful Women in Business, Harvard's Business Review's number 26, the best performing CEOs in the world, and Bloomberg Business Week, Bloomberg 50. Sue was the highest paid CEO for 2019 of any company on the S&P 500 index of the 500 largest publicly traded U.S. companies. The annual review, published by AP and Equaler since 2011, reported that Sue received $58.5 million in 2019. The figure is mainly due to a one-off stock reward. She was the 2020 recipient of Semiconductor Industry Association's Robert N. Noyce Award also in 2020. She was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. She was the 2020 Technical Leadership ABE Award winner. She was the recipient of the Spirit of Silicon Valley Lifetime Achievement Award from Silicon Valley Leadership Group. She was also ranked number 2 of the Fortune Business Person of the Year. In 2020, Sue was named Carnegie Corporation of New York as an honoree of the Great Immigrants Awards. In 2021, Sue was named as a member of the U.S. President's Council of Advisors of Science and Technology and inducted into the Women of Technology Hall of Fame. Sue was subsequently awarded the IEEE Robert N. Noyce Award, becoming the first woman to receive this prize, and named as number 49 on Forbes 100 Most Powerful Women, cited for the 25-fold increase to Andy's stock since she became CEO in 2014. In 2022, she was awarded the International Peace Honors honoree for her achievements in revolutionizing high-performance computing, the donation of supercomputing power for infectious disease research, and inspiring people from all backgrounds to pursue careers in STEM. In 2022, MIT named its new Building 12 dedicated for nanotechnology research under her name. In 2023, Sue ranked number 49th in Forbes' list of world's 100 most powerful women. She was ranked 12th of Fortune's list of most powerful women in 2023. She was also included in Time's 2024 list of 100 most influential people in AI, and in the financial list. Oh wow! In the Financial Times list of 25 most influenced women in 2024. Personal life. Sue and her husband Dan are based in Austin, Texas. Sue and NVIDIA co-founder CEO Jensen Huang are relatives. Sue's maternal grandfather is the eldest brother of Huang's mother. As of 2024, Sue has an estimated net worth of more than $1 billion. So, that's all of the Wikipedia article. Just scrolling through the article that was posted from TechSpot. The name of the TechSpot article that I mentioned at the start is Time Names AMD Boss Lisa Su the CEO of the Year. Just skimming through this, it just touches about AMD Ryzen being a thing in 2017, and then 2022 is when the market cap passed Intel for the first time ever. There's also some posters talking about how they grew, and it also touches on how well AMD is super. I don't know if super is the right term or the right word, but how AMD is doing better than Intel, at least in the CPU world of things. It does mention how AMD lives in the shadow of NVIDIA when it comes to graphics cards and AI accelerators. But their processors are, if you're wanting the best for video game stuff, it's pretty hard to beat AMD's stuff right now, especially with the current generation that's out right now. As of recording this, the 9800X3D is if you only play video games, especially VRChat, the single-handedly fastest gaming processor. Intel's processor that came out, I don't even know price-wise what compares. The Ultra 7, is it Ultra 7? Ultra 7 265 or 275? I don't understand the naming of it anymore. But a lot of the times, the new Ultra series chips are slower than the 14th generation. Probably part due to microcode issues or something, but it's I don't know. Bit on a tangent, but yeah, is my reading of the Wikipedia article for Lisa Sue. I don't know if it shows when this article was last modified. Oh, it does. It's at the very bottom. It says that this page was last edited on the 11th of December 2024 at 7:12 UTC. Again, as before, if there's any other requests or other stuff and you see me posting this in a Discord server or stumble over social media or YouTube, I'm always open to requests that are at least within reason to go through and read